So today I'm going to be showing you guys about these, well, it's basically just an alternative Nock to these. If you know anything about these are the Launchpad Nock by Nocturnal. They suck. What ends up happening a lot of times with these Nocks is they end up looking like this. The tip will fly off whenever you're practicing, just practice shooting or whatever. A lot of times these fly out of the end of the arrow, and you never find them, and they just all around don't last very long. And also, they are expensive. They're like $35 for a set of these things, and for 3 of them, and that's just a little bit ridiculous to me. So, what the solution is go on Amazon and buy a set of these. Now, these Nocks are not they're probably not the best Nock in the world. They're not like, Luminock, but us Carbon Express guys can't use Luminock. So, these will fit our Carbon Express bolts. They come with all sorts of different bushing sizes, and I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything. I pay for these out of pocket. I've been using these for 2 years now. But the biggest problem I see with reviews, at least on Amazon with these Nocks, is they say that the bushing, it takes a little bit to get these bushings in there without cracking the arrow. But I've come up with an alternative to that. So this is your factory Nock in a Carbon Express pile driver. The first thing you want to do is get a pair of pliers, pull the Nock out, and you're left with this. Now basically there's a ridge right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut that off, and we're going to end up using the hollow end of this Nock as our bushing for the lighted Nocks, and it actually works out quite well. So I will I'll show you guys how I cut these, and then we'll get back to the install. Alright, so basically what we got to do is we got to take this Nock, the factory Nock, and we need to cut it right at the seam there, so that we end up with the hollow part for our bushing. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You could, I've used a pair of side cutters. The only thing is it deforms the end of it. Hacksaw would work good. But what I'm going to do is use an angle grinder. The only downside to using an angle grinder is you're going to end up with a little bit of melted material, which I'll show you. But let's get it cut. And what we end up with is this little hollow piece here that we're going to use as a bushing for a lighted Nock. You'll end up with a little bit of melted stuff on the side here. You can just go ahead and pull that off, as I just did there, and I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so now that we got our bushing cut out, I can show you how to install them on this Nock. But first, I wanted to show you guys, because I realized I didn't go into detail. This has a little button on the end of it there, and you have a switch over here, so basically they light up blue. You can get them in, I think, was it green, red, and strobe. But then whenever after you're done, you just pull up on that button, and it goes out. So, to put this Nock into, to put this bushing onto this Nock, I like to take a little bit of super glue. It's a really tight fit, not that you need any super glue, but it does help. I have had the Nocks fly out of here on a hard impact, so it's nice to have a little bit of super glue on there. And then you just take the Nock, and that's it. Now once the super glue sets up, it'll be dried onto here obviously, and we can slide it into the arrow. But while I'm waiting for the super glue to dry, I will tell you guys my experience in the past 2 years with these Nocks. I've used the red, the green, and the blue. I find blue stands out the best, even in, like, if you're back in the timber, I mean, where it's shady all the time. Red and green do work. You know, you'll see it flying through the air. You attack the camera or whatever you're using to film, will see it flying. But if you're in, like, field or anything like that, it can be kind of hard sometimes because red and green, I mean, the red you pretty much see, but the green can kind of blend in with stuff. This blue, there's nothing blue out in the woods. It's going to blend in with this. You know what I mean? It's just, you're going to see it. And I've had multiple examples of this. But the big thing to remember with these Nocks, I actually have a, I'll show you here. This one right here is 2 years old. And it still lights up just fine. I have had them die. A couple of them died over the winter. But like I said, at $15 for 4 Nocks, you really can't go wrong. I mean, as opposed to 3 for 35 or whatever from the nocturnals. And I target shoot constantly. At least once a week I shoot these Nocks, and I have not had an issue. The only thing, if you get a pass through on a deer, I go up, turn it off. Whenever I get home, I rub this down with alcohol because the blood will stick in that button. And if you end up not getting a pass through for some reason, and this Nock sits in the blood, it can get on the inside of this Nock. That's one downside to these cheaper Nocks. But like I said, it really, for the price, you can't beat it. But anyways, onto the install. It doesn't really matter which way you put your button. You just got to make sure, obviously, the cock vane is down, and your half moon, if this is the style you're using, goes in the correct place. And then you just slide it in, and it is in there. Let me make sure I got it. Yep, I got it straight. It's in there. You can get it out with pliers, but it's not going to come out on impact. And like I said, they work pretty good for me. I'm going to stick with these over buying those nocturnal Nocks anymore. It really is a shame we can't get Luminox for these Carbon Express arrows, because I really do like the Carbon Express pile driver. But like I said, a couple arrows that I know that these Nocks will fit in. The X-Bolt, which you can get at like Walmart's, a cheaper bolt. The Mayhems, they fit in. The pile drivers, they fit in. The Maxima Hunter bolt, they fit in. I've used all of those bolts with these Nocks. You just gotta, like I said, the same way I showed you how to convert this into a bushing, you just gotta do it with whatever Nocks your arrow comes with. So I hope that helps some of you guys out, and yeah, like I said, give them a try. They're only 15 bucks. If you hate them, don't use them anymore, but we don't have very many options for these. And if you use this method for the bushing, as opposed to using the bushings they come with, then you don't have to worry at all about cracking an arrow, you know, with the wrong size bushing. Like I said, I've just heard stories with these bushings not working out, but yeah. So let me know what you guys think. I will link the link to these Nocks in the description, well, in the comments section in this video, and good luck out there, guys.